Good morning. It's 9:39 in the morning on this wonderful Wednesday, and we're just going to be smoking a pipe. And we're going to talk about kind of what I've noticed about pipe smoking versus cigar smoking in that sense, okay? So we'll get into that here shortly. I'm not going to smoke a full bowl because I have stuff I got to do today. But I also just wanted to show you, this is the new bowl that I picked up, the new pipe I picked up. It's got an acrylic stem, and I smoked this yesterday, and this was phenomenal. I'm not going to smoke it today. Actually, no. I will smoke it today because I got to smoke this one later. This one's my Capri pipe. I like this little pipe, man. I mean, you can tell the difference that this one's way larger than this one. But this one smokes way better than this one. I don't know why. I'm not sure what the reasoning is of that is, but it just does. And then I wanted to show off my tiny baby corncob pipe here. You know, I haven't really used this. You know, maybe I'll use it today because it's a small little bowl, and it's a corn cob, and corn cobs are great. So, you know, let's use a tiny one. Let's use a little nose burner here, because, you know, it's just been a while. Today we're smoking on some A&B 75 that I got from Ash and Barrel. It's perfectly dry, smells phenomenal, and I know that it's going to be a great smoke. I just know it will. It's ribbon cut, so you know it's going to be easy to deal with. Now, I don't really know. It's a very tiny bowl, so you have to be careful with these sorts of things. Hey, Alba? No. Vale. Sorry, my doggy. You see it raise up, which is normal. Ooh, it's got a good flavor to it. Yeah, this one has a good flavor to it. It's like a it's got this nutty flavor, aroma. There's a smell to it I can't describe. It's almost like brown sugar. So it smells really good. Anyway, let's just go ahead and talk about the difference. So, cigar smoking is really great for those who want to have a smoke and not really think about too much. Um, if you're doing some backyard barbecue, if you're with the boys, you know, smoking a cigar with the boys is pretty great. And I highly recommend, you know, smoking cigars. I mean, I think they're great, especially if you don't really smoke at all. They're great for people who don't smoke. Uh, they're great for people who want to have some sort of celebration. You know, I think that they're great for that. Um, and there is a time and place for a cigar. Now, there are some guys that I run into to the cigar lounge who are there all the time, and they smoke cigars back to back. And I've seen that. I've already seen that. And it was only my third time there. So that was kind of interesting. Um, cigar lounges are cool. I will say though, um, when I'm smoking my pipe in a cigar lounge, uh, and I'm the only one smoking this pipe, or maybe there's another guy pipe smoking, the aroma is really good. The aroma smells phenomenal. This gentleman came in, lit up his cigar, and it just overpowered everything in the whole bar and the whole lounge. You couldn't smell the pipe smoke anymore. It was completely overpowered by the cigar. And cigars just have this really harsh and pungent smoke smell. And some cigars actually have pipe smoke in them, I just learned, which just goes to show you that pipe smoking is just a better way to smoke. Um, it's it's more cost effective. I bought this whole ounce for $6. $6. I got a whole ounce of tobacco for $6. And I got this little corn cob for 5. I mean, but the experience is way smoother, better. Yeah, you have to baby these things. I get it. Some people don't want to deal with that. And that's the great thing about cigars is like if you want to have a nice time, relax, light once, good to go for the rest of your day, you're good. You're good to do that. Uh, but you have to smoke the whole cigar. That's another downside to cigars is like, yeah, you can relight them, but if you let it sit for a couple hours and then go to relight it, it doesn't taste very good. And it's actually frowned upon in the cigar community. So that's why I don't smoke cigars. Not typically. I have cigars. I have cigarillos that I've smoked in the past, and they're really good. But I typically don't do that. So the good thing about cigars is they're easy maintenance. There's no maintenance. Light once, you're good to go. Very portable. And enjoyable with friends. And so it's very social. So you have these four pros, and then the cons are, I think they smell really bad, and you have to smoke the whole thing at once. And if you don't, you're kind of wasting your money. So you have to really sit down and smoke this thing. And yeah, I mean, there's really not that many cons. The pros outweigh the cons. Now, uh, pipe smoking, uh, I would say, is a little bit more elegant than your cigar. Obviously, it is. There's a lot to be said about pipe smoking. I guess we'll just run through the pros. The flavor. The flavor profile is going to be a lot more pronounced. The imagery of pipe smoking is a lot more elegant and I feel like it's more established. Uh, the the amount of pipes and the difference, the variety of tobacco and pipe is, I feel like you have better variety overall. Um, and it's a lot more contemplative. So those are the pros, in my opinion. Now let's go to the negatives because there are a lot of negatives with pipe smoking. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm a pipe smoker. These things are the things that annoy me. Okay, one, it's pretty high maintenance. You have to clean these things after each use. You don't have to. My grandfather never did. I know a lot of older guys, they don't care. It's just my pipe. I don't give a crap. That kind of deal, and that's fine. They don't need to clean their pipes. if they don't want to. But there's a lot more tooling involved. With the high maintenance comes tooling. You gotta have one of these. You gotta have a lighter. You gotta have a pipe cleaner. You gotta have a place to store it. You gotta have a place to store your tobacco. That's separate than the pipe itself. Cigar is all in one kind of deal. Um, the I feel like um, it's hard to get into. That's another con. I think it's hard to get into. Um, Even though there is a ton of resources out there for you to smoke a pipe. Alba, Alba, Alba Bang. Another con is you have to relight this sucker and maintain it while you're smoking it. And to be honest, a lot of people don't want to deal with that. I get it. I like it because I'm fanning the flame, I'm taking care of it, I'm relighting, there's a ritual to it. Cigar smoking doesn't really have that ritual. But I believe that pipe smoking is the best way to consume tobacco. Hands down. It's the best way to enjoy the flavor of tobacco, to to enjoy the notes that it gives, and to there's a story behind the tobacco. You know what I mean? So that's nice. I like that there's a story behind it. The ones you buy, at least. I also like the variety of pipes. You could go with a curved stem, a full bend like this, um, which I like. You know, it's right in there, good to clench, looks good. This one here too. I mean, same way. It's easy to clench. Um, when you think of a pipe, I think of a curved pipe. I don't think of a straight pipe. Straight pipes are nice because you can hold them. Yeah, they don't really fit in your, stay clenched. They don't clench very well, but I'm not really a clencher anyway. So they're easier to clean too. So you would think that I would be a straight piper since I'd never clench. Um, but I just like the look of a curved pipe. When I think of a pipe, I think of a curved pipe. I mean, let's be honest here. I just think that that's a lot more elegant, uh, and the design is a lot more fascinating to me. Now there are some really cool straight pipes, eagle claws. You can get some really good meerschaum straight pipes. Um, I would like a Canadian, to be honest with you. I think that's gonna be my next pipe is a straight Canadian. Um, because I just love the length of the the stummel here. That sounds like a was that an eagle? Falcon? Peregrine falcon? I'm sorry that these videos are not edited. I know y'all probably want some sort of cut, but that takes away from the whole point of pipe smoking. You know, like the whole point of pipe smoking is to sit back and enjoy the slow burn of it all. That's why I like watching slow burn videos, man. I love watching guys on YouTube talk about pipe smoking, like the Spurgeon Piper or East Texas Pipe Club. I like Mutton Chop Piper. He still posts, but a lot of his popular videos are older. I've learned to really enjoy the smell and the taste and flavor of pipe smoke. And I think that's acquired. You have to acquire that. What, Alba? Oh gosh, she wants up here. And you're wet. Your feet are wet. Because the ground's wet. Alba, I need you to chill. I need you to chillax, girl. You know? Alba always makes an appearance, don't you? She has to make her appearance known. She has to let y'all know that she's around and that she's the boss. She's the boss of the town. Right? Are you the boss? Hmm? Here. Yeah, she's the boss. I was thinking about doing a full episode with Alba. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Because she's so charismatic, She's so much fun to have in my videos. I know she's kind of a hit. So, right, Alba? So. What you want? What you want? Don't you dare stand up on that table. You get your butt back on my lap. No. No. You get your butt right back on my lap. You ain't getting up on that table. Don't even think about it. Don't even think about it. She wants to be held. She wants attention. The cat gives her attention too, but nothing like old daddy, Nothing like old daddy-o. She likes old daddy-o. Don't you? I think Alba would be a pipe smoker. In another life. I think she'd be smoking a pipe. Got this new tamper. It's a 3-in-1. Pretty nice. Better than my last one. Alright, Apple. Get down. I think that does it for this video, y'all. Appreciate y'all watching. Stay tuned for the next one.